Well, it's kind of snowy now. We're making French fries. Everything's okay. Kind of need to finish my outdoor kitchen here. Hopefully this time next year we'll have a, nice little outdoor kitchen thing here with a top and some heat from above from a fryer. I think the dog's confused. Newpole twins are at it. She's been out here for 20 minutes. Well, I've been out here for 20 minutes. I did her driveway, my driveway, not doing this driveway. This driveway's a challenge because there's a lot of space here. What you doing, Mox? A little cold out here, isn't it? I thought so. Today, but I got my hose has been leaking at the end. I keep wrapping tape around it, so I finally decided to take it apart. So it turns out that I can take this apart, but I had tape wrapped around here so I couldn't see it. But there's a little pin you push in here. Of course, I broke the other side, but that comes apart. So the problem is that the piece that fits in here spins, so you don't tie up all the hose. But then when you try to screw it in, it doesn't work. So I got it out, and now remember to I just realized this needs to be on the outside of this. So that's, or does it? Yeah, so we'll be undoing this. So anyhow, I screwed it in and I put some silicone in there so hopefully it dries and sticks in there. Then I got to tape it all back together, but it looks like first I got to take it apart. So yeah, these are expensive. They're like $120 now, and I'll just break it. I wish it was a little bit longer. It keeps getting shorter for some reason. This is the second time I think I've had to do this. I'm not sure what I'm procrastinating. Oh, I know what I'm procrastinating. Yeah, at least it's not all sticky with silicone. That'd suck. I gotta get some more tape. I ran out of tape. I gotta tape that section right there, otherwise it falls out. But yeah, consider that done. Now I can vacuum so that I can wash because I'm procrastinating. Well, believe it or not, that's a 25-year-old gas furnace heater. So yeah. This originally didn't have the surround, the mantle. We bought that many years ago, and it used to come out to here, the brick, and over, and I obviously took it out with a chisel. And after the fire, Joe refinished this. The old finish had bubbled here due to some gas logs that weren't enclosed like this, and it was very deteriorated, as it was probably 100 years old, so she refinished it. Unfortunately, this doesn't go back any farther because there's wood back here. So we've had this gap here for the past 2 years, and I'm not filling in the drywall, but what I am going to do is remove that screw there and plop this over there. Use some spray foam, fill that out, but I'm going to put these strips in here. One of these is not like the others. This one is not going there. This one's going there. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Is that cool? So this one's just going to go behind here. It's just going to fill that gap and give a little contrast. It will go up. I measured it. It goes to there. Then up here, I'm just going to put some, jam a piece of foam in here. And I realized that I didn't, well, it has a screw hole. It's not actually screwed in. It's been floating for 6 years, plus or minus 6. So, yeah. And then that will alleviate some of the ugliness, as well as hopefully make it a little more airtight-ish. Feels like it's wasting foam up there, but I'm not going to do that right now. So, yeah. I'm going to take care of that. Funny, it's the old sticker from when they moved it when we had our house fire. It's somewhat sealed around here, but unfortunately it's completely not sealed here. So yeah. Oh, what was that? Mouse. This brick was in there, so I'm gonna foam up this area and use that foam as mortar and fill up this area. Maybe I can use this block here. I gotta fill this in here. You know, a smart person would just have ripped this whole fucking thing out. This adds almost no value to the house, and it's just a pain in the ass. But it's here, so. This takes air from the outside, and it has an exhaust, so it's a stainless steel pipe that goes up there, which makes it fairly less inefficient. But yeah, I think if I could just kind of hit this. I brought my can in. Unfortunately, it was in the garage because when I bought it, it was 70 degrees in there. Yeah, fill this area up. This should, oh, that's perfect too. That's, I don't even know what the fuck that is. Dirt. Oh, that's great. Jesus. Yeah, I can feel air streaming through there, so that's good. I think I'll shove some insulation in there first. Then just kind of open that up. There's some scary shit going on in there. I've had this bag since 2020. That's mineral wool insulation, which is perfect for something like this because it burns at 2,000 degrees. And obviously if this is 2,000 degrees, which it wouldn't be, the whole house is on fire. So we're gonna shove some in there and I'm gonna try and like put some cardboard in there and then with the spray foam. So it's pretty bad, but the last time these pants looked like that. I'm really not good at the spray foam. Do you like how I did the holes? That's kind of cool. Missed some. Okay, leave it. Anywhere you see the new color, that's the new foam. So I sprayed along the top here, got some more along here, finished this side out, filled that in. Remember, put insulation back there. Mortared the brick in. Then hit over here. I let it sit for a few minutes. I did like 2 inches and I added more. Put some stuffing in there. That'd be the insulation. Managed to get insulation, breathed it, so that's good. I'm gonna be hacking that out for a few days. I gotta let this dry for about an hour, and then I gotta cut it. So I can't put that on there because it's still expanding. And while I don't have that problem the same way over here, well, I guess I do here and here. So we just gotta cut that very quick with the razor, then I'll slap it in there. It ain't perfect, but it's gotta be better. I don't feel any breezes, so that's good. Have to vacuum that up. Yeah, it's all about controlling air. That was a lot heavier than I remembered it to be. I regretted that, and I will feel that in the morning. I'm gonna let that sit overnight, then I'm gonna pull it back a little bit, trim that, and slide those pieces in there. I'm just gonna pressure fit them. Meanwhile, I got, of course, spray insulation all over me, and my helper has it all over her. That's because she was insisting on getting in there and trying to find whatever the fuck she thought was in there. Mice? I don't know. Now she's got spray insulation all over, so that's great. Good doggy. Dumbass. Mystified. Only in the winter. Why is it dripping? I don't know. Very odd. Very good size. It's at least let's go skiing, ice skating here. I like the going down the hole. It's fucking cold. More fun. So those hole here, no 2x4 there. This is 2x4 here. So if I attach this to this, I could do it right there, but I'm not gonna do that. Over here, so I'm using a drywall anchor. These hold up to 75 pounds. I'm just using a longer screw. Unfortunately, right back, I wanted to get that one in so I could locate this one in the right place, and I made the hole there, and then I drilled, and it only goes in about that far because there's concrete behind it. So we're gonna do a Phillips Tapcon. So it looks like a regular Phillips screw, but it's actually a concrete screw, but it doesn't have that ugly hole on top. So we're gonna give that a go. So I got my hammer drill out. She's a little guy. Just got a flipper to hammer over here. Hammer right there, where my thumb is. So we can give this a go. This should be noisy. Hitting play this time, or record. Ended up drilling that, and it took about half a second, and it went right through. There's just a little piece of concrete or something there. So I used a drywall anchor there, and had to use some longer screws over here and over there. And I just got to jam the wood in there, so it just kind of covers the gap. And this is my pretty piece, because it's got the squiggly. Unfortunately, it fell down and fell on that last night, that dragon. Then on the top, I put foam in behind there and just a big couple pieces of packing tape across there to just kind of air seal it. You gotta see there, but most of the time nobody's ever gonna see it. And when you come down the stairs, you don't see it anyhow. You'd have to be like that tall to see it even then. So I'm gonna call that done. The big difference is the heatilator. There used to be a heatilator, so when the block was out to about where the wood ends, there were two vents, and the theory was the cold air would come in the top, get heated up by the fireplace, and then come back out. And this one was completely open, so that's the one that I sealed. That's probably going to make the biggest difference as far as heat quality. But the other thing I was thinking of doing, what my parents did, is they built like an insert. But really, this doesn't stick out as far enough to do an insert. Theirs is a prefab metal kind of thing, so it just doesn't apply here. I'm going to come back and vacuum. I cut each one of these foam pieces using some foam that I got from work that the pack rat and me could not live without capturing. Oh, and I think I'm going to investigate building a frame for that picture. It might look nicer, a wooden frame. So it's 40 across by 30. We'll think on it. Of course, I'd have to add the width of the frame. Think some more about that. So 45 by 30. Dropped my phone straight down on the face and broke the cover, which was on here. So this is this was only like $6, but I got a new one. Basically, instead of trying to align it and everything, you plop this down and then press down, and it removes. It aligns the glass perfectly. It even tells you top, so top would be, yeah, like that. So we're gonna put a new one on there. In fact, I was so paranoid about dropping it again that I left it, the broken glass on there until I got home. The glass is actually very durable on here, the grill glass, but I've broken them before, so best. It's getting a little cold out here. Keeps going lower as I leave the heated garage. I have to be at work by 8 a.m. This is not cool. Oh, it's very cold. Very cold. It's the coldest I've ever been in this car that I can recall. Minus 12. And it's cold enough. It's kind of cool. It's Elroy. It's the dog. And it's signed by the creators, Barbara and Hannah. Hannah Barbara. There's Elroy. Haven't seen this in a long time. I forget that guy was like a fairy godmother kind of character. The boss and the boss's wife. The cop that always get him speeding. Good show. So what's tonight for dinner on Chris's fucking plate? We got boneless pork chops, beans and onions and barbecue sauce, some sort of, I don't even remember, vegetable stuff on there. This will be interesting. We haven't had that before. Oh, this one says a honey butter sauce on it. That'll be interesting. It's cold out. And I got extra beans in case anybody wants some extra beans. We'll see how that goes. The dog pound and picked up some dog tags. I had to convert hers because she was tagged in Geauga County for last year's tag. Still likes the window. It's 23 degrees out. Not phased. This dog's gonna have a wet nose. Looks like my Aldi's is closed. Fortunately, they're building a new one down the street. I didn't think it was open now. I wonder what's inside that dumpster. Tried to start the truck today. It refused to start. I think it was a fuel issue because they put the 50 amp charger on there and it didn't make a difference. It should be some good stuff. It's bigger. It's got balloons. I got her to fire up, but you may notice that she's awfully wet. It was spraying liquid. So, unfortunately, I got to turn it on. I think it's the fuel filter that I craftily installed last weekend. Why does this seem like a bad idea? Because that's going to fall as soon as I start the engine. I got to turn the engine on and see what's happening at the same time. Cell phone holder I rarely use. This will help out. Make it easy to find the phone when it drops. That's good. Okay, hopefully that works. Oh yeah, you can see it spraying from there. That's great. And dripping. So let's turn that off. Oh good, it stopped. Fuck. Well, we'll be taking that back off. He's enjoying the nice weather. Go get him! Squirrel! Squirrel! Did you get it? Go get the squirrel. She was jumping over that. Get it! There we go. Oh, there's something in there, like a mouse or something. She's been trying to get that for the past week.